Hey guys, Julls here for SnusCENTRAL.org. What I'm here to do tonight, well, daytime for some of you, nighttime for me, is yesterday was Snus Day for me. That's a very exciting day. That means I have a lot of new Snus. And one of my biggest holdbacks to my old favorite brand was that the fact that it was remanufactured by Swedish Match, and if you guys already know what I'm talking about, it's the new 1847. Now I really loved the old 1847, which is right here in the metal can. Really loved the white portion of this one. It was great. Now Swedish Match now took over making the new 1847 from Rocker. So what I'm here to do is give you a review. And what I'll do, once I zoom out here, is let me go ahead and crack the can. I have 0 fingernails for this. Alright. Well, that's a good sign. Kind of get the same, almost the same smell as the old 1847. The thing that really is really cool about this, as you can see, it's arranged in the star formation versus the old one was just in no particular order. It was just put in the can. Now, can-wise, let me go ahead and put the lid back on. Can-wise, the new can, the catch lid is on top. Plastic can. Typical Swedish Match can. The old can, which sold a lot of people on the Snus, has a catch lid on the bottom. And all metal construction. Now what I'll probably end up doing is reusing this old can simply because I really like the old can. The design is great, and I'll put the new can in the old can. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to compare the taste, and this will be the first time I'm trying the new one, and I'm really curious to see if it meets up to my expectations. The old one, a lot of people complained that it smelled like Windex, but it had a great tobacco taste, little peppery and lemony undertones, but it had a really great taste, and it was one of my favorites. So we'll go ahead and give this one a try and see what happens. Now the star formation is pretty cool, but for me personally, I don't particularly prefer the way they come out. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's sort of a wedge. So what I do is I just roll it in between my fingers like this to kind of work out the wedge shape. Just flick it a couple times. That's it. Now the can, it has some familiar smells from the old one. The new smell that I really notice on the new redesign of the 1847 is it has somewhat of a sweet smell to it. It's really pleasant, and I know you're not supposed to smell the snus, but I actually enjoy the smell of snus. So the portion material, it's been a while since I had the old 1847, but honestly, the new it tastes, or I'm sorry, it feels like any other General product or Swedish Match product, white portion material. It's very comfortable in the lip. It doesn't feel abrasive whatsoever, and it's actually really great. It just sits up there very comfortable. It's almost as soft as a pillow. Taste-wise, the taste is very similar to the old 1847. The new 1847 has a lot of similarities. It has a peppery taste, a really great tobacco-y taste, but it has somewhat of a sweeter flavor. And the thing, the undertone that the old 1847 really had was pepper and lemon. With the new one, not so much. I'm not picking up any lemon with it. I still get the same great peppery tobacco taste, but the thing that's really great about the new one is it has a sweet undertone. It's really hard to describe, but it just, the way you smell, if you can stand to smell it, when you smell it, it has somewhat of a sweet tobacco smell to it, and that translates right over to taste. It has somewhat of a sweeter tobacco taste with the peppery tobacco undertones that the old one did. Just, I feel it lacks a little bit of lemon, but it's really great snus. I really have to say that I definitely buy the new 1847. I'll buy rolls of it. There's no questions about it. It's just as good as the old one. Just the only downside is it doesn't come in a metal can, which is cool. I'm sure if you ask around, people have saved the old metal cans. I'll reuse my old metal cans, but Swedish Match did a really great job with the new 1847. I'm very pleased with it. If you do get a chance to try it, definitely go out and try it. It is definitely, the things that everybody talked bad about on the old one are not present on the new 1847, such as the Windex window cleaner smell. Me, it didn't bother me. A lot of people, that was a big turnoff on the old one, but the new one definitely does not have a Windex smell, taste, nothing to it. It's all the old 1847, but better. Definitely give it a try.